Hey, greetings all. Today on the agenda is a vintage haul. And I got this haul from Enchante. The reason I have bought this vintage haul, is because it is my birthday this week, and I will be getting a further such haul later this week. Hopefully on Thursday, which will be nice. Might come on Friday though. So this first one is from Enchante, and I have five fragrances here. They are all vintage, and two of them are actually the same fragrance, but they're two different. Like one of them is made by one group, and then another one's made by another group. I'm not sure which one's older, so I might need some help. But anyway, we'll start. And the first one is Davidoff by Davidoff. There's the box. This is a 25ml splash, and it was distributed. What was it distributed by? This is by Lancaster. If anybody knows anything about vintage Zeno, the Lancaster versions of vintage Zeno are the ones to get. So, if you're looking for that, I would recommend the Lancaster. And this is the Lancaster version of Davidoff by Davidoff. These are all blind buys. So I haven't tried them. I might do a first impressions. Probably another day, because if you post two videos on the same day, people tend to skip the first one and then watch the second one. So I want everyone to be familiar with these before I do a first impressions. But I'll probably do a first impressions all at the same time. But this is a 25ml of Lancaster Davidoff by Davidoff. Next is a 50ml of Davidoff by Davidoff. This was distributed by... Who was this distributed by? This is distributed by... Who were you distributed by? Tell us. Parfums Davidoff. This is when brands used to distribute their own perfumes, like they'd have their own factories that would make their own stuff and all that sort of patter. And it's a shame we don't have that anymore, because the centralization of like manufacturing is causing it's causing like things to get boring and everything to be very standardized and samey. Centralization, standardization. There are definite upsides to it, because you get a lot more quality control, and it's like, if you go to it's like the Catholic Church. Like the Catholic Church invented it basically. If you go to a mass in Brazil, or if you go to a mass in Africa, or if you go to a mass in Asia, like in deepest China or in Britain or in Italy, you will get the same service. And that's where it comes from. Obviously, Louis XVI as well. He was hugely into his standardization. It's all well and good, but it does sort of smother. Like difference, ingenuity. I don't want to say individuality, because I mean that you're getting like too. I don't want to make like a huge point of it. I'm not like criticizing the Catholic Church for like standardization. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just pointing things out that like perfume used to be made by lots of different companies, and they all used to have their own different ways, so things would smell different. Now you've got places like IFF, you've got places like Givaudan, you've got all these huge houses which control lots of things, so you will get the same from seemingly like disparate brands, but they're all under the same house. So you get similar ingredients that are used in like a Dior, that are used in like a Frederic Malle. Like the perfect example is that the lavender in Music for a While by Frederic Malle and the lavender that is in Beau de Jour by Tom Ford is exactly the same lavender. The same lavender. It's completely the same. I won't be told otherwise. Well, I will be told otherwise, but I'll disagree with you. So I've gone off on a bit of a tangent there, haven't I? But anyway, it's just a bit of thoughts. This is Davidoff by Davidoff, so I'm going to try that at some point. I'll be doing a first impressions video, don't worry. Next on the list is Oscar de la Renta's Pour Louis. Let's see the box. This is made by... Who are you made by? who are made by Sanofi, the same people that make the mid-90s. So I'm assuming this is a mid-90s bottle. The same people that make mid-90s Koros. I think this might be a Sanofi, actually, are you? Are you? Saint Laurent, Paris, Sedex Newly. No, it's not telling us. So this is a vintage masculine. This is a perfume I really should have had a long time ago, but I've managed to get 3 of these. They're 50 mils. And I'm pretty chuffed. I haven't smelled it yet. All of these are blind buys. I think I've already said that, but I'm saying it again. So yes, I'm looking forward to trying that and enjoying it. Next we have an outrageous perfume that I never would have bought if it wasn't for Ramsey recommending it. And I'm not sure whether I should have bought this or not, but we'll see. This is Bala Versailles. Bala Versailles by Jean Desprez. Desprez. Oh, just no. This, I don't know who this is distributed. Who makes you? Parfums Jean Desprez. So they may have made this themselves. This is an outrageous sheet, right? You can actually smell this, but I haven't sprayed it, but I can smell it from the cap already. You can just smell it seething away in there. I'm not huge on sheet res, unless they've got like a big leather in them. But the quality of the ingredient, I was tempted. He tempted us by telling us about the quality of the ingredients. I don't know if you can see us in the ball, can you? Hello. Yes. So I was tempted by the quality of the ingredients. They were spoken of very, very highly. So I decided to buy that. That'll be an interesting one. That'll be tough for me to wear, but I like that. I like a challenge. So we will have a smell of that, and we'll see what I think. I've got a feeling I'm going to recoil, like I did when I smelled like that hammer water. The thing from the cap. What I'm getting from the cap is Gentleman's Cologne by Amouage. That one, I sold that because somebody else was going to appreciate it more than I was. So I sold that on. Anyway, that's Bala Versailles. And last but not least, I don't know if this is the one I'm looking forward to the most, but I am looking forward to it greatly. Basil Uomo. Who makes you? Everything's upside down. Sirpia. It's S.P.A. Giulia Milenzi. So it's Sirpea Spa. I've heard of them before. This is an Italian cologne. I've rarely smelled an Italian perfume that I didn't like. So I'm assuming I'm going to enjoy this greatly. It's meant to be like exactly my type of thing, like an aromatic sort of fougere. Bought a couple of bottles of this because this also came. All of these were recommended by Ramsey. Maybe with the exception of I keep dropping his name because I haven't smelled them yet, so they're all blind buy. So if they're rubbish, it's his fault. I don't blame other people for my blind buys. But anyway, there they are, the 5. 2 versions of Davidoff by Davidoff. Oscar de la Renta, Paul Louis, Basil Uomo, and Bala Versailles. Also, this video was filmed in landscape because people have been asking me to do that. So if it turns out sideways, this is your fault. It's everybody else's fault today. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you again soon.